Thoughts on what's occurred today. The last couple of days, there's been thoughts about anger, frustration, and annoyance. Those three things, because those are three different levels of think of the same thing, but a person's patience level can go like quick bing, 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 bing through all three, like real fast. And I was like, how come a person, because like that is another thing that fluctuates for people in their lifetime, is their amount of patience. Unless you like really work on that, that is a thing that you have ingrained in yourself. But I have found that there have been times in my life where I've had like buckets full of patience, and other times where I barely have a nugget or a grain of salt for patience. And lately, it seems the latter has been the thing. And I was like, but why? Because I like being a happy person. I like happy things. I don't like that space. And that is a space we've been working really hard on soothing and nurturing. But they still come. We're still human. But why? Why do we have these? Why are the emotions here? Well, what is the opposite of it all? Is because we care so much. And I think people have put a lot of care and energy into certain spaces and not had any either reciprocation or um it's just been met with neglect, or things that it just doesn't work out, and that is very frustrating. And then my friend had said something really cool about like um, every time something annoys you or frustrates you or angers you, it's kind of like a pebble. Just keep throwing a pebble in a stream until one or two is fine. But like if you're constantly throwing pebbles up in there, and then it just creates this big dam blockage, and not very cool time, right? So today's events transpired as, so we're going through teenage hormones and emotions, and I am trying my best to parent gently and differently. However, I find the way that I move is like only that much further from the way it used to be. You know what I mean? But still, there's still that. So where we're finding compassion and progress and gratitude are in these spaces of awareness. So this morning, my 16-year-old self, there was things, there was issues, there was from one issue to another issue, and in my 40-year-old brain, I was like, these are very small issues and could be easily dealt with and just get over it kind of thing. Then the other half of my brain was like, but she's not 40, she's 16. This is her first kick at these cans, and, blah, blah, blah. Let her have her space, let her grump it out. But then it got a little too intense. There became tears and frustration to the max that it was going to start to affect the whole day. And in that moment of her frustration, I became frustrated because I really felt like there was nothing I could do to help or fix, because that's kind of like my go-tos. I'm a helper fixer, but sometimes you can't always help or fix. You just need to just be there, hold space, be the support or whatever. And sometimes people can't even do that. They just leave. And that's okay. So what I tried, like what came to my brain was like, okay, give her a hug. Tried that, but like my hugs are more like broom hugs, like they're there. Like, and not because I'm intending it that way, it's just that's just who I am. But at least there was an attempt. So there was that. And then removing myself from the situation, letting her have her space, the brain started coming up with ideas on how to see. We don't fix anymore, but we do like to refocus. You don't have to fix, but we can refocus. So I was like, ooh, well, we could go for a drive. Driving is cool. We like to listen to music and just the warmth of the car. And so we could go for a drive. And I figured maybe I could get her one of the things that she was feeling that she was lacking, and something warm and comfortable like a coffee, like, just some small things to change the situation at hand or refocus onto something else for a moment. So as I was formulating this in my brain, walking through the house, and she was getting upset with her work, and she kind of like, it was like one of those table moments. And I suggested, let's go for that car ride. To which she was open but not open. It was like a moment. But we got out the door. And we went for a car ride. And we got our coffee and we talked. And that was exactly what was needed and what was necessary in the moment. Not harping on each other for each other's attitudes and the way we're talking at each other, or for how easy or difficult the situation could be attended to. It was more, we just needed to get out of the house and enjoy some music and a nice warm coffee and open up conversation on the frustrations, because they're still there, but at least if you can talk about them in a calm way and in a safe, calm space, it might help take some of that edge off, which I think happened, because there was laughter and there was smiles, and then there was talk about, like, okay, well, they just got to show up, like there was a levity and a more willingness to do the thing than there was before. And I just wanted to like reflect on that, because we didn't move mountains and we didn't fix the situation. She still has to do the work. She still has to like face the things she doesn't want to have to do or face, and we still might be faced with more frustration and anger later, but at least we were able to find peace for a good 30 minutes, and I feel that is a win. So enjoy the day.